What's going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to be going over the most profitable ICT Asia model, and we're going to be breaking down every single step by step, and towards the end of the video I'm going to be going over a live example on AUD USD. Now, I've tried out many ICT models for Asia session, and in my opinion this is by far the best and most profitable. So let's get started. So in terms of the trading hours, I've tried out different trading hours, and what's worked for me best is between 8 p.m. New York time till 12 a.m. So make sure to set your time zone on TradingView on UTC4. The next thing we want to do is look for our 15-minute buy side or sell side liquidity to be taken. So on the 15-minute time frame, you're going to look for either the high or the low to be taken. Once that's taken, then and only then you drop down to the minutes time frame, and then you wait for a break of structure, also known as a market structure shift, and then you wait for a fair value gap to occur. And once that fair value gap has occurred, that's when you enter a position, whether that be the short position or a long position, and then you simply target opposing liquidity. Now, targeting opposing liquidity doesn't always give you the highest win rate. So I'm going to be showing you guys a few different ways to take profit. I know a lot of you guys have very high win rate models, but don't exactly know when to take profit. So this video is going to be focused on when to take profit, as well as how to trade the Asia model. So let's get started. So I've got a diagram right here that I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how the strategy works. And if that doesn't make sense, well, we're going to be going over the AUD USD live chart example, so that should make a lot more sense. So let's get started. So the first thing I can spot here is a high. So we are only targeting the recent highs and lows. So I'm going to mark that out in, let's put down orange. So this is our high. This is basically where we work out liquidity. So this is our high, and this is simply our low. Now, once 8 p.m. trading hour starts, that's when we're looking for either the high or the low to be taken. So let's go ahead and continue with this diagram. And obviously, let's say this were to happen before the trading hours, we would not enter this trade. It is invalid completely. So that would then, if this does occur, what would essentially happen is this would become our new high and this would become our new low. So yeah. So anyways, continuing on. So let's see what happens. So in this trade example, I'm gonna assume that our sell side liquidity gets taken, and once that occurs, we then instantly drop down to the minutes time frame and wait for a 1 minute break of structure or a market structure shift. So I'm going to get a new box and show you what 1 minute time frame represents. So anything inside this side of the box will represent 1 minute, and I'll put it down here just to make it clear. So 1 minute time frame box. So this is a 1 minute time frame box, and all of this will be done on a different color. So let's put down red, and this will be classed as our 15-minute time frame box. So now that we've dropped down to the minutes time frame, we're waiting for a market structure shift. So let's assume that price obviously goes here, continues to drop, and then we instantly get a market structure shift. Now this is our market structure shift, and we can mark it out like here, right here, and I'll put that in a different color just to make it slightly clear. So the green represents market structure shift slash a break of structure. Then we go ahead and mark out our fair value gap. Now, for any of you guys who are complete beginners to trading and don't know any of these terms or what they are or how to trade them or what are these concepts, there's a bunch of videos of every single one of these concepts on my channel, so be sure to give them a watch before watching this video. But for those who already know what fair value gap is, continue watching and yeah, follow along. So we then simply wait for price to tap into this fair value gap, and once that occurs, we simply place our long position, start of the fair value gap, stop loss goes below these lows right here, and we would target opposing liquidities. Now this is just one of the ways of taking profits. The rest of the ways I'm going to be showing you guys on the AUD USD chart example in just a second, so be sure to watch this video till the end. So once price has tapped into this fair value gap, we would obviously assume price continues to move up, like so. We may have some consolidation, reason being we are trading Asia session, so do expect to hold trades slightly longer than usual. But like I said, guys, this is a profitable model. I have back tested this and have found the best trading hours, which is 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. So as you guys can see, this trade did end up hitting take profit. It will be slightly sluggish and consolidating as we are in Asia session, as mentioned previously. So now that you got a somewhat basic understanding of the strategy, I'm going to be moving over to the live example where I'll show you exactly how to trade this strategy the most profitable way. Now, just before we do, here are this month's results of our AI trading bot for anyone interested in automating your trading account, passing your funded account challenge, etc. So for the month of July, you can see profits of $1,000, $1,400, $1,300, $9,000 for the week. $121. This is a very small account. I would say it's a 10k funded, I believe. And here's another profit. This is on a $1,000 live account. And here's another profit screenshot of another member, $9,600. And then another small account. This is a 10k funded account and another 10k funded account screenshot. And there's countless other results on our page, like this one, $845. And as you guys can see, a withdrawal was also made of $571 for the week. So the total gain was pretty good. So if you are interested in our AI trading bot, or just simply want to have a look around and see what it's about, just hit the link down in the description. Or if you'd like, you can book a Zoom call with us and we'll see if you're a right fit or if this is something that would benefit you. Now we'll move over to the live example on AUD USD. So let's get started. So I've already marked it out, the hours between 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Now, if you want to make your life slightly easier, you can get this indicator called sessions on chart. All it does is simply marks out the hours for you. So sessions on chart. It's the one by AutoRocks AIF. Once you add it to your chart, you simply click the setting button, turn every single one of them off, and just turn on New York session, or you could even turn on any other sessions. The timing is the most important part. So here I put 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. and you can choose whatever color you'd like to set. But for this example, I've just gone ahead and manually marked it out. So let's get started. So the first thing I can see is our recent high and low. This would be our recent high. And this would be our recent low. Now, as I mentioned before, if liquidity were to get taken out right here, this would then become our new low, and this would be our new high. This is our recent high and low. So let's see what happens, and yeah. So we will be getting a fair bit of consolidation, as I mentioned previously, as we're in Asia session. And more consolidation here. But as you guys can see, the liquidity buy side has been taken, so we are looking for short positions overall. So we're going to simply drop down to the minutes time frame, just like that. And what we're waiting for is a breaker structure, which I can see has occurred right here. I also see a fair value gap, so we class this our breaker structure. Change it into yellow. This is our breaker structure, and our fair value gap, as you guys can see, a small fair value gap right here, and we can see we just about tapped in. So we then place our short positions, and here I'm going to show you guys a few different ways of taking profit. So we would put our stop loss just above these highs. You can put it slightly above, a few pips above, so I might put it about 3.4, 3.5, something along the lines of that. And then you can target a simple 1 to 2. So this is our most safest way of taking profit. So a simple 1 to 2 just to reward. You're in the bank, profits are made super easily. You can see already it's already in profit. Your next strategy would be to target a low, so you can target this low right here, another low here, so you got multiple lows that you can target. And then the final way of taking profit is find a nearby fair value gap, so a fair value gap here or here or here. So a fair value gap that's unmitigated, meaning it's already not been tapped into. So in my case, I'm going to be going for the nearest fair value gap, and that would be a 1 to 3.32 risk to reward. So let's see how this trade plays out. And as you guys can see, we've hit in take profit just like that. But let's see how this trade obviously overall plays out if we continue to hold. So as you guys can see, we hit our second unmitigated fair value gap. So if you were to have held to the start of this, that would be a 1 to 5 risk to reward. So yeah, there is many ways of taking profits. Obviously, one being opposing liquidity, another being targeting certain highs, and the last being targeting unmitigated fair value gaps. So if you have any questions regarding this strategy, or you struggle with anything that I've said in this video, be sure to drop us a comment down below, and I'd be more than happy to answer these questions for you guys. And for any of you guys who are interested in automating your funded account challenge, your live account challenge, or just simply trying to pass your funded account challenge super quick, be sure to check out our AI trading bot. I've left the link down below for our Telegram channel. It's completely free to join. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.